Hi guys, welcome back to KayKonvo, and today I want to talk to you about something I know you guys can relate to: calories. I know. Sometimes I hate talking about calories, but they do matter. And I kind of just want to give you like a few replacements, which I've already mentioned this before. And this is another piece where the program kind of helped me understand the difference between these replacements. But I want to share with you like a few replacements that helped me tone down some of the calories, because again, like I keep saying, at the end of the day, if we're eating less calories than we're putting out and working out, clearly you're gonna drop weight. How you drop weight and all those things like that is a whole different thing. But these are a few places and a few items that I want to share with you where I think I was racking up calories and I didn't even realize. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, let's start with the first item: syrup. I know my husband's gonna hate me. He always says, it doesn't taste the same. Stop. It does. It does. Especially if you're trying to cut calories, right? But I honestly think this is something we buy often. I mean, you can see this is almost gone. And the reason I like buying this is because my daughter will just pour and pour and pour. On a regular serving of syrup, you're getting 100 calories in one serving. This is 2 tablespoons. We all know we're eating more than 2 tablespoons when this is only 15 calories. Huge difference, right? So I feel like syrup is a huge swap that we've made, that I feel like even though I'm eating this, I'm not racking up calories and racking up. So like sugar-free syrup compared to the regular syrup is a replacement I don't mind making. And yes, it pretty much tastes the same, especially normally when we're eating syrup, we're probably already eating heavy carb like items. So being able to replace this knowing that you're not adding up the calories is huge. So syrup, sugar-free syrup in replace of regular syrup is a huge way where you're gonna cut the calories. Trust me. Next up, mayo, mayonnaise, I don't know what you call it, however you say it, but we've switched to light mayo. Now this is a switch my whole family, they don't mind at all. I mean, we buy it all the time, and when they're making sandwiches, they don't even notice the difference. They go in the cabinet and grab it. Light mayo can be this one right here saying that it's 50 calories for a serving, but you can find some that are up to like 35 calories per tablespoon, right? And again, sometimes we're using more than 1 tablespoon. So I'll just show you this one here. But I feel like this is a huge swap just because, again, no taste different. We don't notice anything. And it's half the calories of what you would get in normal mayo, right? So why not substitute it and you can cut 50 calories? Because we all know, we've seen plenty of calorie videos and we know what we could eat for 100 calories. And when you're on that treadmill or you're trying to burn 100 calories, you know the difference. So if you could cut those calories in half and it tastes the same, why not switch? So mayo is a great switch that we've made in our family, and I think you can make too, and it's an easy swap over. Okay, the next switch is sauces. You've heard me mention this plenty of times. This is huge sauces. I buy all kind of different, the teriyaki, they're basically 0 sugar, but they're super low in calories. And we all know when we're eating something and we're dipping in the sauce, if you're eating one little chicken piece or whatever, you're dipping in that sauce over and over again. The sauce, you're adding calories to the sauces. Now, this one is a controversy in our household because I love Polynesian sauce and my daughter's hooked on Chick-fil-A sauce, but I have one here. And just to give you guys an idea, here is a Chick-fil-A sauce, right? And then when you're comparing it to huge sauce, so you're saving about 90 to 100 calories, 140 calories compared to 10 per 2 tablespoons. That's insane. So when I tell you making the switch to these sauces, and there are other like sugar-free sauces that you could use, but when we're trying to just literally, you're starting new, you don't have a specific plan, and all you're doing is kind of watching your calories. If you have this in your house, you know that when you're pouring this and you're using this, you're not getting calories from somewhere else. Because sometimes we forget to count the small calories because we already know we might spray like Pam spray on stuff. And when you're on program, a certain amount of sprays, it counted to a certain amount of calories. But when you're talking about these types of sauces, when you're just pouring them on different things, thinking that it won't matter, you're adding unnecessary calories to your meal that we don't need to add, right? Switching to G Huge sauce was a huge change for us, and I think it'll be very beneficial. And again, there's all kind of flavors, so kind of just look into it. And like I said, you can find other sugar-free sauces, but look at your dipping sauces. It can make a huge difference. Now, the last swap I kind of want to talk about is more for, I mean, I'm fine drinking my water regular, but for my daughter and my husband, and now he's more like, he'll drink water regular fine, but there's electrolyte packets that are the best, right? If you want to have like a supplement in your water, but for kids, I know it can be difficult for you to tell them to drink that much water, but we buy these little packets. These are like little Hawaiian Punch packets, and they're only 5 calories. There's no added sugars in these, so it's just a good extra flavoring to give for them if they don't want to like drink water. Because I have a friend who will swear by water is just the worst thing ever made. She will not drink plain water. So having these as a little supplement just to give you a little bit of flavor helps, okay? Now, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is a bonus thing, because I mean, I know most of these were kind of like sauces and dips and little small additions, but one big change I've made is, again, trying not to cut out too many food groups, you know, because a lot of people will do light carbs, which if you already know program, when you're on program, that's a big part of keeping the carbs very light. So kind of in that mode, what we do now is we've switched buying tortillas, right? So the tortillas we buy, I eat those in wraps. I even will replace the little small ones. Like let's say I'm eating a turkey burger, I'll use those instead of bread. So the ones I only have here, we buy these as well. These are the Carb Counter Zero Net Carbs. And you know, these have carbs still. These are like 13 grams of carbs, but I guess with the dietary fiber, you know how they calculate the net carbs when you subtract the two, it basically, because it has 4 grams of protein, it subtracts it. But these are like 60 calories, and the small tortillas you could get for about like 25 calories, and they're the 0 carb ones. I'll put a picture in here, but those are the ones I usually get from Walmart, and I use those all the time, which is why we don't have any now, because we use those a lot, but we don't buy the regular tortillas. Like I try to buy any carb balance, 0 carb type tortillas, just because it's like I said again, why not if the taste and the flavor is the same? So making those small replacements, I feel like those are easy replacements we could make without changing things completely, but lifestyle changing. Those are things I think we're always going to have sugar-free syrup. We're always going to have light mayo. I'm always going to have these sauces somewhere lying around the house. And when I want bread or different types of things, I'm going to have that in the house. I'm just going to choose maybe the lower carb options, sugar-free, other types of things. But there are other small replacements that you could make. All right. So if you guys have any questions about any of these replacements, let me know. And let me know what replacements are you replacing in your life that are like lifestyle changes that you guys will replace from now on. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.